Welcome to Friday Night Ring Bomb Smackdown Plus, the first edition of this as I've advertised on Facebook and other media outlets that was going to be coming. So I'll be doing this from time to time, and I'll be and this will be put up on after Friday. I'll be telling you about what happened, and I'll record this on Saturday, and put it up for you to. For those who haven't heard or want news about Friday Night Smackdown Plus, meaning that I will get into probably some WWE Monday Night Raw, which is on Netflix. So I get my sources and I get my all that other stuff from other media outlets, stuff like that. You can do the same thing, but I try to make it easier on people by doing this. So we'll get down to this in just a minute. First, I want to wish y'all a happy New Year, and SmackDown was went back to 3 hours as of the first of the year. So I have some sparingly lighting here, so my lighting might go light, it might go darker, but you can still see me, and everything, because I won't be able to see the background more than you do me. But I'm David Lawson. I'm on my channel, David Brian Lawson, also known as the American Hoochie Man. So let's get right to it. So they had an ambulance match between Damian Priest and Aleister Black. So let's go to the headlines. So the headlines reads, and you can go to this site too, WWE.com shows, SmackDown Plus and all that stuff. There was a lot of stuff that went on in 3 hours, but we'll cut that short. We'll just get to the main topics. So this was an ambulance match between Damian Priest, which he defeated Aleister Black in an ambulance match. SmackDown's first ever ambulance match pitted Damian Priest against Aleister Black in a brutal affair that incorporated dangerous weapons including tables and chairs, steel chairs, stretchers, medical backboards, the announce table, crutch, fire extinguisher, fireballs, and even Rhea Ripley emerging from an ambulance to neutralize Zelina. So after hurling Black to the windshield with the razor edge in the final moment, Priest threw his ominous opponent off to the top of the ambulance and threw a table. Then he put Black into the ambulance and slammed the door shut to claim the win. That was pretty awesome. I didn't get a chance to see it myself, so I don't know much. I'm just reading you what's going on. I was too busy watching the football game between Wake Forest and Mississippi State. I was too much involved in that. So that came on at the same time. So that came first before that. But so I wouldn't have got any more out of it than what I'm reading to you right now. So now let's go to the next stage. So this one here, this one's Trick Williams and Sami Zayn. They're starting to do a little bit of a confrontation here. Trick Williams interrupted Sami Zayn, and Zayn was starting his intentions of becoming undisputed WWE champion. So evidently Trick Williams has some other ideas too, in this one, as well. So let's go to some other images that I'm going to pull up here, and I'll get you to the main ones. So let's go to this one. This one's Julia, who defeated Chelsea Green to capture the Women's United title. Moments after Kiana James distracted the officials to prevent a pinfall attempt by Chelsea Green, Julia took down the title holder with a butterfly suplex. The Northern Lights bomb combination to reclaim the Women's United States Championship. So we'll continue. I'll show you also what went on Smackdown yesterday or Friday. Here is this is the United States champion Carmelo Hayes, who defeated Johnny Gargano. So I guess you know by the picture that they got at it yesterday in a championship match. Newly crowned United States champion Carmelo Hayes used nothing but net to successfully defend the title in a hard-fought match against Johnny Gargano. After revealing the elements of the this is going on to another chapter of this segment that I'm going to tell you about here in a little bit. So we'll get to that one here in just a minute. Let me remove these from the studio and we'll get you with some other images. There's that one. Let me pull that up. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss defeated WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legends. I don't think the titles was up. I think that they'll go back and they'll do that on Monday night Raw. If you have Netflix, you can watch it, and I'll tell you about it on my next episode of next week. And we'll talk about that. But when order broke down, Rhea Ripley caught Kairi Sane off the top rope and blasted her with a headbutt, riptide combination. Moments later, Io Sky hit Sane with overly moonsault to earn the win for herself, and Rhea Ripley headed into the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match against the Kabuki Warriors this Monday on Raw, which is what I've already said. They had to beat them Friday night in order to get a chance for the actual championship match on Monday night. So I'll tell you all about that next week. Also, let's go to this other one. Image. This is Randy Orton. And The Miz. They're going into a confrontation in 2026. The Miz hijacked SmackDown to list his grievance for 2025 and establish himself as a locker room leader in 2026. Well, Randy Orton returned to destroy The Miz with 2 thunderous RKOs. So he had his say about about that, and so you can read into that any way you want to, because I can go into details about it. But he just went out there and he delivered that RKO, let him know that he wasn't the only leader in the locker room, and that he's back, and he had grievances of his own. And I'm sure that we're going to hear about that. So we got, I think we got one last image from there. with Cody Rhodes. So here's what happened. After revealing the elements of the 3 stages of hell match on first Smackdown of 2026, I don't have that with me here. Should have had it, but I don't. My bad, right? But I'll try to do better next time. I wasn't planning on using that, but y'all go back and look at it 3 stages of hell. I might just do it right now after I read that Drew McIntyre tried to get undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes to attack him by burning a picture of the American Nightmare and his late father, Dusty Rhodes. And I think he did a good job of intimidating him. I said McIntyre attempted to get Cody Rhodes to attack him by burning the picture of the American and his late father, Dusty Rhodes. And you can go to the website, and you can, I'll try to put that down on there, so you can go look at the video. You can look at all the videos. I'm just giving you an excerpt of all the stuff that went on Friday night. I said this SmackDown Plus, I'm going to give you all the stuff so you can, and I'm going to give you the link so you can go to it and get more information on what actually went on. Actually, you can do it yourself of these 3 stages of hell instead of me telling you about it. And you might already know, and if you don't, then I'll put the link up so that you can do that. Anyway, this is David Lawson, and this is your Friday Night Bomb SmackDown Plus. Be sure to watch WWE Monday Night Raw if you can pick it up. If you can't, I'll try to get you some things that went on, a little bit of it, and all that stuff. If I don't, then I couldn't. You ought to be able to get it through that WWE.com website that gives you all of these stuff, and I'll put that out on my link. So y'all have a good night and Happy New Year's in 2026, and I'll see you next time on Friday Night Bombs SmackDown Plus.